Happy to see you all again, Brand Starters. I am your host, Lance Raimundo, and you are watching yet another episode of Brand Start Race to the New Norm. Today we are here at the new CMP Industrial Builders Inc. and we will be sharing with you a very inspiring success story that will truly inspire you all to be the best that you can be and to build your new future. Come join me. Standing beside me is the president of the new CMP Industrial Builders Inc., Mr. Marlon Taunan. So thank you very much for the warm welcome, President Nicole. Could you show us around your company? All right, let's go, guys.
Habang iniikot namin ang buong CMP, hindi ko maiwasang mamangha na ang kumpanyang ito ay nagsimula lamang sa maliit. Tunay ngang walang imposible. To accomplish your goals, you just need to start.
Earlier, we were showing you guys the trucks in production. Now we're about to present some of their finished products.
So ito yung product na pinagawa sa amin ni Hyundai Commonwealth na i-deliver siya kay Red Cross.
Is this, mukha siyang ano, no? If you could see how it looks like a kitchen setup. So, anong function itong klaseng truck na ito?
Yeah, this what you call food truck.
Okay.
Yes sir. Isusupply nila to from different cities.
Check this out, Brand Starters. This is a tailgate lifter. It's a special feature of this truck. And check it out. Look closely. See how it works. Okay, let's try it. All right. See? It makes things easier when they transport stuff. So ganyan na lang, i-roll in na lang sa system. Brand Starters, I'm very excited to present to you this other special truck design. This truck design is for people who want to remain clean wherever they are. The mobile showers, check it out.
The new CMP Industrial Builders Inc. has also branched out into importation. Right now, the company imports raw materials needed for truck body building.
Welcome back, friends. Now we are here in the office of the founder and the CEO of the new CMP Industrial Builders Inc., Mr. Marlon Taunan. Hello, Mr. Marlon.
Hi, Blanche. Good morning.
Yes, earlier nakita ko yung operations ninyo and it's really amazing because it's such a huge operation already. From what I've heard, very simple beginnings and it's so inspiring that it has gone this far. So maybe you could tell our viewers more about yung naging kasaysayan nitong CMP.
During my childhood, experience ko na lahat ng hirap sa buhay. So, lumaki talaga ako na from hardship way of life. So, naranasan ko before yung titinda ng mga plastic, newspaper, then yung mga namumulot ng bakal.
Okay.
Yeah, then nagtitinda ng balot and newspaper. Then that's during my childhood. Then during high school days, ganun din, sobrang hirap pa rin kasi hindi naman kami mayaman. Bali ang nag-alaga sa akin before is yung grandfather and my grandmother because maaga ako na ulila sa mother. So, then my father then is nandito sa Manila working as a security guard. Lang. So, minsan nga yung di ako nakakain ng lunch dahil sa hirap nga ng buhay. Then, minsan nakikain na lang ako sa classmate ko. Then, dahil sa kagustuhan ko makatapos, before naman hindi siya ganun kamahal yung mga tuition. Lalo pa doon in the province, no? Actually, I studied in Digan, Ilocos Sur.
Okay po.
The University of Northern Philippines. And that time, I took up engineering, civil engineering. But unfortunately, dahil nga sabi ko, sa hirap nga ng buhay, hindi ako nakapagtapos. But that time, gusto kong makatapos But the thing, talagang hindi na kaya. Pag wala akong pamasahe, kasi yung bahay namin before is sa tawid lang ng ilog ng school. So
kailangan niyo pang magbangka?
Yeah, not bangka. I need to tumawid doon para pumasok. Siyempre, you have to tatanggalin mo lahat ng para hindi ka basa, di ba?
Lulusong kayo sa tubig?
Yeah, nangyari yun.
Okay.
One time nga dahil nararamdaman ko na hindi ko na talaga matutuloy yung study ko that time. Kasi yung mga grandmother naman tsaka grandfather ko is hindi naman hirap din talaga kami, di ba? Actually nga, ang kami ata yung family na that time hindi nakaranas ng ilaw. Yeah, ganun kahirap, di mo.
So sa province din niyo po, walang kuryente?
Meron, pero kami yung bahay namin
Your
wala.
particular house, okay.
So, we're just using yung gasera. We call it gasera before, di ba? Yung lari mo ng gas,
Yes.
may ilaw. Pero doon sa mga tita ko, meron naman. So, pero doon sa mismong lola ko at lolo ko na nandun ako, yun lang. So, wala kami radio, wala kami TV. I need to go to my tita para lang makanood kami. Then, until such time nga na nararamdaman ko na hindi ko na talaga matutuloy yung pag-aaral ko. Then, nagtanong ako sa taas. Sabi ko, ba't naman ganito? Sabi ko, gustong-gusto ko makatapos. Kahit na anong hirap, pwede kong pero hindi na talaga ako matutuloy. Kumbaga, kahit anong pursig ko, hindi pa rin matutuloy. Yung iba, di ba? Kaya nga minsan nakakaingit
Yes.
Yung ibang mga estudyante, pero mo, porsigidong yung mga magulang nila, nandiyan lahat ng Pero sila mismo, hindi nagpupursige, di ba?
Okay.
Sinasayang na waste lahat ng opportunities. Kaya minsan dapat ang mangarap hindi dapat ang magulang ang mangarap para sa anak. Dapat ang nangarap yung mismong ikaw. Yung dream ko kasi napakalaki. Kahit alam ko hindi ako nakatapos, iba yung dating ko sa sarili ko. Parang pakiramdam ko, ka-level ko lang yung mga engineers. Parang ganun ako mag-isip. Yun ang thinking ko that time. Hindi ako parang ang tingin ko sa sarili ko, kawawang-kawawa. Hindi. Basta ang tingin ko, kaya ko to. Laging ganun, positive lang. Then, hanggang sa nakapag-asawa ko, nagkaroon kami ng 3 anak. Nabiyaan kami ng 3 anak. And then that time, ganun pa rin. Medyo yung work ko, hindi pa siya stable. Until dumating na yung break na napasok ko sa yung last company ko before I became businessman na nga.
Okay.
So, I started there as warehouseman, the lowest paid job. Kumbaga, ako lang yung kasi undergrad sa group
Warehouseman. So ano yung scope ng trabaho ng isang warehouseman?
Ikaw yung yung lahat ng stocks ng company, ikaw ang in charge.
Okay.
Parang storekeeper. Yung warehouseman, did you get that
So because of that, syempre nakabisado niyo rin yung operation sa sa
Yeah,
warehouse.
kasi iba nga
Yes.
sabi ko, iba yung thinking ko before eh.
That's very good kasi at
Hindi
least
lang.
may insiders kayo di
Kaya
ba?
hindi lang ako nasa satisfied sa isang trabaho. Yun siguro ang naging advantage ko
Yes.
with other colleagues ko kasi ako pagkatapos ng work namin, ang ginagawa ko, pumunta ako sa ibang department, nagbabasa-basa
Tama
ako ng
po.
so yun siguro naging advantage ko. So sabi ko nga, ako yung pinaka lowest pay job. Ako lang yung daily. Hindi ako monthly before.
Daily wage.
Then yun pa, ako lang yung undergrad sa group.
Okay.
So that's why alam mo naman ng company, di ba? Siyempre mas preferred nila yung mga So one time, siguro nga dahil nga doon sa break, one time yung president ng company visited my warehouse.
Okay.
Then nakita niya na na-systematize ko yung mga nagawan ko ng pagbabago. Sinestematize ko yung setup ng warehouse. And that's the beginning of everything, no?
Alright, moving on po. Is there any particular event in your life that inspired you to have your own business? Paano kayo naudyok para talagang magtayo ng isang company tulad nitong the new CMP Industrial Builders?
Actually, sabi ko nga, parang yung contentment ko, tuloy, hindi ako na-content. Yung contentment ko parang laging kulang eh.
Oh, so it's your hunger to
Actually,
progress. Okay.
sabi ko nga tatlong letter yung pinanggagalingan lahat kung bakit ako napunta. Doon sa tanong mo.
Yes.
Actually, number one is yung H, yung hunger.
Yes.
Kasi kailangan natin, every individual, dapat tayo magutom eh. Hindi magutom na literal
Yes, yeah.
Meaning, magutom tayo sa pangarap.
Mm-hmm.
Magutom tayo sa gusto nating marating. Magutom tayo sa kung sino anong maging gusto mo. Balang araw kung sino ka.
Okay.
So, yun ang pinaka-importante. For me, yun yung una kong naging nagutom ako sa mga bagay na gusto kong marating. Kasi ayoko nang maranasan. That time yung mga ayoko nang maranasan mga anak ko. Yung naranasan ko before.
Tama.
Kasi masyadong Then, pangalawa, yung guts.
Okay.
Kasi sabi nga, para ma-overtime yung gutom na yun, kailangan malakas ang loob mo eh. Pag hindi malakas ang loob mo, walang mararating. Diba? Kasi kung mahihiya ka lang, o kung takot ka, kasi karamihan takot eh. Kahit naman, kaya nga daig nung malakas ang loob ng takot eh. Kasi may mga graduate naman dyan, di ba? May mga graduate eh.
Tama.
Mga with degree, with honors pa nga eh. Pero may takot. Kumpara sa amin that time, yung nag-i-schooling kami na yung tinuloy ko ng GO, wala kaming takot eh. Lalakas ng loob namin.
So, yung mga may guts talaga yung talagang nakakarating ng malayo, di ba?
Correct. That's, the best sample for that, si Manny Pacquiao, di ba?
Mm-hmm.
Baga, wala tayong 8th division all kung dito
That's
sa guts
true.
ng tao na yun, di ba? From brags to riches na, pero grabe yung guts niya, di ba? Sobrang taas ng level na we cannot compare everybody doon. Kasi, iba, kahit ako, kahit tayo, ibang-iba siya eh.
Yes.
Kasi ang layo na narating. So, yung guts na yun, siya naman ang magdadala sa'yo. Paano ka magkakaroon ng trabaho, paano ka magkaroon ng negosyo, paano mo mararating isang bagay na ginusto mo. Then after that, yung passion na. Yung passion sa lahat ng bagay na pag inatang siyo or ginawa mo or gagawin mo, dapat laging nakaakibat yung passion. Kasi wala namang lahat ng successful businessman o successful people on the field dun sa mga ginagalawa nila ngayon, passion ang nagdala sa kanila doon. Kaya sila ngayon nasa sa style na. So that's the three things na ginamit kong basis para
To the start of everything that we see right now.
Correct. Marating ko na itong narating ko ngayon.
Is there any person in particular that you would give credit for being an inspiration and you being the man that you are now?
Actually, marami naman akong bosses na yung mga boss ko dati, may mga na-impart pa rin naman sila sa akin. But siguro the person na talagang dapat yung pasalamatan is my company president before na si Mr. Rapi One.
Mr.
Rapi One.
Rappy One.
Kasi siya yung nagbigay sa akin talaga ng breaks. So, hindi ko makalimutan yun. Even after, until now, tinetreasure ko pa rin yung mga opportunities and breaks na binigay niya sa akin.
There's always going to be that very important person that would make a great change in our lives. We all have that heroes in our lives. So once again, we're going to take a short break and then we're going to be telling you more about the success story of CMP Industrial Builders. Welcome back to Brand Start's exclusive feature on the new CMP Industrial Builders office. I am here with the CEO and founder, and now we will talk about education. So sir, for people who are interested to enter this kind of endeavor, is there any course that they should take para mas maging successful yung pasok nila sa industriyang ito?
Actually, the only business-related course na kinuha ko before, and I enrolled at UV, yung manager's course. That's siguro yun yung ang laking aspeto dun sa learning ko with regards to business. Kasi that time hindi ako yung backgrounder ko talaga is more on technical eh. So that's why nung kumuha ako ng manager's course sa UV, doon nadagdagan yung knowledge ko and yung confident ko to go into entrepreneurship.
Alright, let's track back a little bit. No? Nung bagong-bago pa itong kumpanyang ito, what were the challenges of being a startup company?
Alam mo, grabe yung challenges. No? Number one, that time, when I planned this company, wala akong pera. Pero yung eagerness ko na magkaroon ng ganitong klaseng business, kasi ito yung alam kong ito yung alam kong trabaho talaga eh. So, sabi ko nga before, just like in a corporate world, di ba? Hindi naman nauuna yung budget eh.
Yes.
Hindi naman nauuna yung budgeting. Of course, nauna yung planning before the budget. So, that's the time na ganun din yung ginawa ko. So, nagplano ako for myself na how to become a businessman nga. Then, luckily, in due time, nagkaroon ako ng fund for the business. So, kaya siya natuloy.
Now I have an interesting question kasi I know that there are also some other business owners that are watching right now na bago din. So, paano nyo na-break yung pinakamahirap na part, which is to get your new or your first set of clients?
Actually, again, no, sabi ko nga, mahirap talaga kasi technical guy kasi ako. Hindi naman talaga ako yung sales people na mas mabilis sana yung dating sa mga ganyan. So, yung una nga napakahirap. No? Siguro, I suggest kung kailangan maging matibay ka eh. Kasi grabing stressful dito sa, hindi ito overnight, overnight mong makukuha. Asenso ka by overnight. Pero yung stress, no, yung first 2 years ko, yun ang pinaka-stressful sa akin eh. Grabing stress din. Afterwards, unti-unti, na-overcome ko na lahat because of yung perseverance ko nga and of course, yung willingness mo talaga na i-push through yung gusto mo.
Pero I mean, how did you get your name around the industry? Paano kayo nakilala? What was the step? Did you use social media, word of mouth?
Before kasi, when I was under my company.
Yes.
Kilala na ako sa industry kasi ng manufacturing. So,
kilala kayo as an individual, kayo mismo?
Individual as a representative of the company. So that's why yung mga dealers before ng Isuzu, Hino, Mitsubishi, ako yung madalas uma-attend kasi.
So that's why, I get it now.
Doon ko na nakuha yung mga other clients na parang makapag-start ako.
So I think, in this industry, pinaka-importante rin is pakikisama sa mga tao, especially when you move around, you have to really give a lasting impression. And I think that made you more successful kasi during your times of your rounds, yung mga nakilala ninyo, eventually sila rin yung babalikan ninyo now that you're a CEO, di ba po?
Yeah, correct.
And finally, here's a very simple question. Ngayon na may steady clientele na po kayo, has it been an easy road for you ever since?
Sa ngayon, medyo smooth na. Unlike before, sabi ko nga, sobrang stressful talaga. Lalo for me, no, hindi naman maraming pera that time na bumaksak ka o hindi, okay lang. Pero that time, ang perang ginamit mo sa punan, hiniram mo lang. So, ngayon medyo smooth na yung dahil unti-unti nakukuha ko na yung tunay na paraan para magtuloy-tuloy yung negosyo.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the first part of this show, we listened to his journey from humble beginnings to success. And now, we talked about his life as a very successful CEO and businessman. When we come back, we will hear more about his life during the very sensational 2020. Welcome back to Brand Start, Race to the New Norm. And as the name of our show implies, this is the very topic of our show on how to survive the new normal. So we are back here with Mr. Marlon to talk about life in the pandemic. So sir, 2020 has been a very challenging year, hindi lang para sa ating Pinoy, but for everybody around the world. So right now, could you please tell our friends, anong naging buhay ninyo during the pandemic, especially 2020, during the height of ECQ?
Actually, mas blessed yung year na yun sa akin Tsaka, kasi bakit? Mas lumaki yung skills namin Kasi that time nga, and usually yung ginagawa namin is sabi essential. So that's why medyo hindi kami nahinto at talagang may orders na pumapasok that time. It's like ambulance and other mga rescue vehicles na requirements ng mga LGUs. So that's why mas gumanda pa for me the 2020 even though andyan yung pandemic problem natin.
Now, I'm curious, paano ninyo na-maintain yung operation, especially during ECQ na stay home yung mga tao or there are all these protocols? How are you able to maintain your, yung proper na daloy ng trabaho dito during those times?
Mahirap kasi that time hindi naman talaga full force yung manpower, di ba? So, we'll take it a time na basta kung ano yung first need or first requirements na naipasok that time sa amin, yun ang pina-prioritize namin. And siyempre, we have protocols to follow. So, medyo mahirap talaga for us that time. Pero as I said, that time sabi ko, napakaswerte namin na mas gumanda pa yung sales nga namin.
Yung mga tauhan ninyo, lalo na yung mga gumagawa ng mga trucks, did they have to live here in the company, in the factory, or ano rin sila?
No, that time, the minimum protocols, we were just part of the minimum protocols that time. Kung ano naman ang sinabi ng bawat lugar natin. So, I think yun lang naman.
It's very inspiring kasi I know a lot of businesses na kahit na essential sila, medyo natulog yung business nila because I think of bad management. So that only shows kung gaano kagaling talaga yung management niyo sa inyong negosyo. So, big hand to sir for that. Congratulations for that. Yes. First of all, thank you very much for all the information po. I'm sure our viewers have gathered a lot of inspiration sa mga kinikwento ninyo because a lot of the situations you're talking about, pag walang lakas ng loob, ending na di ba? But for someone na malakas ng loob, malakas ng pananalig din sa Diyos at sa sarili, it's the reason why you're very successful. Now, I have 5 simple questions that are essential for people who are interested in having a business also. So, do you mind if I ask you 5 more questions, sir?
Yeah.
Just for those who are prospective clients, could you give us an estimate amount of time for a project to be finished?
Actually, ang pinaka-minimum standard namin is 1 month,
Okay.
30 days. Well, it depends dun sa hirap talaga nung ano. Pero pag mga customized body na ginagawa namin, it would take around 60 to 30, more than 30 to 60 days, mga ganun. Depende to sa ano, depende sa hirap ng konsepto na gagawin natin.
So, project-based yung pagkakaiba
Yeah.
ng time frame. Okay.
Correct.
Secondly, we all know that there are other companies that are similar to what you do. But what is one thing that makes your company unique?
Siguro yung actually wala naman masyadong malaking advantage or disadvantage ng siguro sa kami maliit pa lang kami. I admitted na medyo yung sa ibang players talaga masyado na sila malaki. But siguro ang isang ko ngayon is nakatutok ako. Yung I have my personal touch dun sa mga ginagawa namin.
Oh, that's very good.
Yeah. So yun siguro isang advantage doon, and yung focus ko nandito dito pa rin.
And that says a lot
And
about the quality.
not just the CEO na paupo lang sa lamesa, pero
Yeah.
sa chairs ko and my tables and chairs, but nasa linya ako talaga.
So in short, lahat ng experience niyo over the decades already,
Yes, correct.
talagang madadama pa rin sa finished product, no?
Correct, parang ako nagiging supervisor sometimes dahil doon sa ko eh.
Okay. I'm curious about the motto that you have for this company, which is quality need not be expensive. So, could you expound on that motto?
Well, kasi nga, di ba, yung malalaking company talaga, pag sinabi mong may brand name na sila kumbaga pa, di ba? So, mahal na sila talaga. Kasi nga doon sa brand name nilang tinatawag. So, sabi ko naman, kami, dahil maliit lang kami. At the end, yung quality, pare-pareho lang yan ng magkakaiba, magpare-pareho siya ng meaning, but magkakaiba lang ng approach.
Okay.
So, magkakaiba, iba't ibang pananaw kung paano mo ilalabas yung quality gusto mo. So, that's why sabi ko nga during that time, if you compare the quality of yung bigger company and us, almost the same lang yan.
Alright, I have another question. My fourth question is this. Of course, there will be other companies na medyo startup pa lang na hindi pa ganun ka-stable yung mga finances nila, but they would need your services. Do you also have a way of adjusting sa financial capabilities ng mga kliyente ninyo?
Yes, we can adjust. It depends dun sa budget din nila, and of course, we have much willing to help them how to budget their investment para sa mga gusto nila.
Well, that's very encouraging. So, you don't have to be afraid if you feel like you're not yet that big. They will always have a way to help out your business. Thank you very much for answering my 5 on-the-spot questions. Marami ako mismo natutunan dyan. But before I go and proceed to meeting someone very important in this company, ano nga pala ibig sabihin ng CMP? What does the new CMP Industrial Builders mean? CMP must be an acronym for some important words in your life.
Actually, CMP means Christ my provider. Kasi yun ang bukod tangi kong pasasalamat kasi sa taas eh. So, sabi ko nga, wala naman lahat ng bagay na natatamasa namin ngayon is galing lahat sa taas. So,
Okay.
That's why pumasok sa isip ko yan before when I incorporated the company. Naisip ko yun bilang pasasalamat ko sa nagbigay sa atin ng lahat ng ito.
And that's why He's blessing you always. And
Definitely.
now, after the break, we're gonna be meeting one of His greatest blessings sa inyo po, which is your son. And now, what is his position in this company?
President.
President na siya ngayon.
Yeah.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we will be meeting his son, who happens to be the president of the new CMP Industrial Builders Corp. Inc. after this break.
Welcome back to Brand Start, Race to the New Norm. Earlier, we heard very inspiring words from the company CEO, Mr. Marlon Taunan. Now, we are here to meet the president, his son, Mr. Nicole Taunan.
Nice to meet you, sir.
Yes, nice to meet you also, Nicole. This is a very interesting topic kasi feeling ko pareho tayo ng pinagdaanan.
Yes,
no?
yes.
I came from BS Biology at eventually, I inherited my father's business, which is logistics. Ikaw naman pala, nabalitaan ko, dati kang medtech.
Medtech, yes, sir.
And now you are the president of this company. So, anong pakiramdam? Anong klaseng transition ang pinagdaanan mo?
Nung una, sir, nung nagme-medtech pa lang ako, pinilit na ako niyan ni Father mag-apply sa kanya. Nung una, tinanggihan ko. Kasi sabi ko, hindi ko naman kasi kaya magtrabaho from engineering galing sa medtech.
Okay.
Kaya sabi ko sa kanya, pabigyan mo muna ako ng 2 years para ma-enjoy ko muna yung natapos ko. Then after nito, susunod na ako kung anong mga i-utos niya.
So, nung nag-transition ka, did you have to take any extra course?
Yes, sir. Nung nag-apply na, nung kinuha na ako sa new CMP, bago ko magsimula doon, nag-aral muna ako sa UP ISSI as manager's course.
Gaano katagal yung education mo bago ka talaga sumabak sa business na ito?
Actually, doon sa study namin is 6 months lang. Pero hanggang ngayon naman, pinag-aaralan ko pa rin yung negosyo kasi sobrang liit lang naman talaga ng kaalaman ko dito sa pagninegosyo.
Pero aside from yung academic na learnings, no?
Yes, sir.
I think yung pinakamahalaga pa rin yung one-on-one learning natin sa mga tatay natin. So did you also have that relationship with your dad na as in father-son relationship na nat-transmit niya sa iyo yung kaalaman niya?
Yes, sir. Halos araw-araw lahat ng payo niya sinusunod ko. Lahat parang halos araw-araw niya ako sinisermonan para pumasok sa akin. Kasi nung nagtatrabaho lang ako as medtech, hindi naman ako mabuting empleyado eh. Isa rin ako sa mga pasaway eh. Alam na natin yun. Pero dahil dito, makikita ko na alam ko na yung galaw ng mga tao eh. Kaya kung ano yung sinasabi ni Father, sinusunod ko para i-apply ko sa mga tao ko.
Okay, ito, naman, parang more of a personal interest question, no? Anong
Yes, sir.
pakiramdam nung biglang kinausap ka ng daddy mo tapos sinabi niya, anak, gagawin kitang presidente?
Actually, sir, nung nagsimula ako kay Father as VP for Operation,
Okay.
doon pa lang, medyo hinaban na ako. Operation, hindi ko nga alam kung ano yung binibenta namin. Alam ko nagbibenta kami ng truck, pero hindi ko alam kung anong mga nilalaman ng truck body. So, para matutunan ko, inisa-isa ko lahat, pati kinausap ko yung mga pinakamababang sa line worker. Inalam ko kada small details, kahit mga hydraulics, inaalam ko, umuwi ako ng madaling araw para lang matutunan ko yung kung paano ba yung galaw ng company namin. Inalam ko kung anong mismong nagiging problema. Inalam ko yung lahat hanggang sa pati layouts, pati hanggang napunta na ako sa sales, quotations. Kasi parang inalam ko kung paano ba kami nakakabenta, paano ba kami kumukuha ng mga tao, paano kumukuha ng mga customer. So, para malaman ko lahat, parang halos 24/7 eh. Parang nakaka-stress nga itong gatong trabaho pala.
Ito naman, actually 2-in-1 yung tanong ko.
Yes, sir.
First of all, nagkaroon ka ba ng apprehension bago ka pumayag na kunin itong trabaho ito? And secondly, yung interest mo ba is something that you've always had ever since you were young or natutunan mong mahalin yung ganitong klaseng trabaho?
Yung una, sir, nagkaroon lang ko ng apprehension. Yes, sir. Kasi natakot ako kasi papahandle sa akin yung company na hindi ko alam. Ang kinakatakot ko is baka masayang ko.
Okay.
And yung second, siguro napamahal na ako. Parang sa sobrang kakaisip ko kung paano yan. Parang sabi ko, kailangan matulungan ko si Father. Kasi nung nagkasakit siya, inisip ko, sabi ko, sinong magtutuloy nito?
Tama.
Kami lang naman ng 3 anak. At ako pa yung lalaki. Siyempre, sino bang inaasahan? Kundi ako. Kaya sabi ko, kailangan ko matutunan to. In the meantime, kailangan mahalin ko to. Kasi parang dugo at pawis yung nilaan ni Father dito eh.
Halos pareho yung kwento natin actually. Me also, may interest naman, pero nung nakasakit yung daddy ko, parang naisip ko rin, di ba? Like, who's gonna take over? So,
Yes, sir.
yun. And now, pareho tayo nagmamahal sa mga trabaho natin. And who knows, we might work together, di ba? So that's very good. I have ito interesting to, kasi syempre kahit na mag-ama tayo, di ba ganun, iba-iba yung personalities. Anong pagkakaiba ng style mo sa like, in managing a business as compared to your dad? Or pareho lang ba kayo?
Actually, yung pagmamanage ni Father, yung sa akin kasi medyo hilaw pa. Kumbaga sa kaalaman niya. Pero yung pinaka-driven ko is si Father, kaya siya yung sinusundan ko. Kaya yung kung paano siya magpalakad, yun ang sinusundan ko.
Pero may mga inputs ka din na of course, we come from different generations na rin compared to our fathers. So, syempre, you're also attuned sa mga ibang pangangailangan ng mga people of our generation. So, nai-input mo ba yun sa papapalakad sa business na ito?
Yes, sir. Kasi parang yung old style medyo parang hindi na maganda. Parang sa akin, parang hindi na ako nagagandahan.
Okay.
Kaya yung mga natututunan ko from my experience from other work, ina-apply ko naman, then okay naman.
And so, nagko-complement
naman.
yung, of course, yung wisdom ng ating mga magulang sa mga inputs natin kabataan.
Yes, yes.
So, my final question for the solo interview is, are you both happy? You're the father and son tandem. Happy kayo sa arrangement niyo ngayon in this business?
Sa totoo, sobrang stress namin. Kasi kahit ako, di ko akalain na ganito pala kahirap patakbo ng negosyo. Ang hirap pala mag-handle. Pero nung pag nakikita mo na nag-grow yung company nyo, na mismo tayong anak, nakakatulong tayo sa parents natin, parang doon pa lang parang panalo na ako doon eh.
So maraming salamat, Nicole, and I think this is going to be very inspiring lalo sa mga kabataan na nanonood din ngayon. It's really, really good to learn what our parents do because you never know if we're going to eventually take over. So we are going to be back and have Mr. Marlon again on board. See you later, Brand Starters. Welcome back to Brand Start, Race to the New Norm, and joining us once again is our CEO, Mr. Marlon Taunan. So before our episode comes to a close, maybe kayo mag-ama would like to have a special word for each other, but of course we will begin with the son.
Yes, sir. Ang masasabi ko lang is, sa hard work ni Father, o ni Papa, nandito ako para ituloy lahat ng pinaghirapan niya. Hindi ko sasayangan na mawala or mabaliwala lahat yon. Kaya siguro, huwag na masyadong ma-stress.
Yes. Nandito ka na.
Nandito naman na ako eh. Yun lang.
How about you, sir?
Same, lahat ng hardship na dinanas ko before when I started pa lang this business. So, sana pahalagahan nila kung ano man ang umpisahan ko, and this will lead them to a brighter tomorrow not for us, of course, family.
Yes.
And as my objective in life, yung social responsibility namin dapat magtuloy-tuloy lang.
Now I have a question para si Nicole, no?
Yes, sir.
May special words of advice ba kayo sa mga ibang kabataan who have the same experience as you and me na nag-iba yung tahak ng landas? Like you were in medtech and then all of a sudden you're giving this great responsibility of being the president of a company na ibang-iba yung negosyo compared to what you're used to. So what advice can you give other kids experiencing the same situation in their lives?
Yes, sir. Ang papayo ko lang is don't limit yourself. Think out of the box kasi sobrang daming opportunity nakapaligid sa atin. Hindi lang porket ito na yung profession natin, dito na lang tayo. Pag nalipat man tayo ng ibang profession, kailangan i-push through natin to, alagaan natin, baka malay natin dito tayo maging better person, or kaya dito tayo mag-profit. God is good and God is real.
Thank you very much. Very inspiring words. And Mr. CEO, any special words para sa mga tao na startup pa lang, na feeling nila they don't have what it takes to reach their goals? How can you inspire them for them to eventually be the best version of themselves?
Number one, business is very hard. So maraming failure kang mai-experience, but it should not be it must be temporary lang. Dapat the more failure you encounter, the more learning na matutunan mo. And lastly, doon naman sa mga aspiring na gustong magnegosyo or gustong marating, ang narating ko is huwag nating tutuldukan yung sarili natin. Dahil pag tayo ang mismong pahinto sa takbo ng buhay natin, wala na tayong mararating. Let's make that point is the beginning, not the point of period.
Amen. And now, for our viewers who are interested in availing your services, could you promote your company, please?
Our specialty is more on truck body customized truck body. So anything under the sun na may design at kayang gawin ng mga nasa ibang ibayo ng bansa, ay kaya din namin gawin. So lahat ng klase na gusto nating ipagawa at ipatayo sa amin, kaya namin gawin.
And Mr. President, any Facebook page or Instagram account na pwedeng ma-refer para sa ating mga viewers so that they can easily contact you?
You can also visit our website, newcmpibi.com, and our Facebook page, NewCMP Industrial Builders, Inc.
So, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Maraming salamat
Thank you,
for your
Lance.
very
Thank you.
warm welcome and also for touring us in your company. And thank you most of all sa napaka-inspiring words na talagang nakakapagpalakas ng loob, lalo sa mga tao na who are just starting. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for watching yet another episode of Brandsasia Race to the New Norm. It's never going to be easy to start up and live up to your dreams, but if you don't start, you'll never get to move. So once again, I'm your host Lance Raimundo, and keep on watching Brandsasia Race to the New Norms, and don't forget to check our Facebook account and YouTube account and press the notification buttons for awareness on our future episode. Thank you very much and see you again.